Help me grow, fast or slow, as long as I know you're digging for gold. Help me learn, soft or stern, as long as I know you're digging for gold. Life's a movie, the ultimate trip. You should have been told you'd be digging for gold. Hello, my friends. It's time for another episode of Digging for Gold. This is episode 39, and don't forget, on YouTube, follow us, subscribe, on Spotify, on TikTok, on Instagram. Just go to our dangoldberg.com website, and at the bottom are all those little icons, so click on them. Today, I got my favorite restaurant tours with me. I mean, really, current place that I go to all the time. I love it. I sort of describe it as a 5-star restaurant that I can walk to. I mean, you can't beat that, right? You can't. Jen and Rob Rosato of Scoogis. It's an Italian restaurant. It's supposed to be called a Scusi, right?
Right.
A Scusi,
Yeah.
which turned into Scoogis. And I remember that story you told me. There was another one, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the Harvey
Chicago.
House. Yeah, the Harvey House became the Happy House. So
Yeah.
if you want to have great food, I got to tell you where it is. Now, if you're listening or watching us and you live in, Calgary, Canada or whatever, it's worth the trip. Even if you live in France, you're not going to find anything better in France, Paris, than Scoogis. So it's in Flourtown, Flourtown, PA. Welcome, my friends.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
us.
having us.
Thanks for being here, and
awesome.
and thanks for all the food you make and give me and stuff. I pay for it. When I say give me, I pay for it. It's delivered to the table. Question. By the way, they're married, in case you were wondering, for 30 years, right?
That's right.
It's great. In the restaurant business. Unheard of. Now you've heard of it. Okay? So, how did Scoogis start? How do you start a restaurant? What's the story behind it?
How do you start a restaurant? So, I guess I always had a dream of owning a restaurant. I
Right.
think at the age of 13 or 14, and it kind of stemmed back from the family and how how they cooked and their background, and I just always had the dream of owning a restaurant.
Wow, that's cool. Okay.
And I actually graduated from the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York.
New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I-
CIA.
CIA. Have you been?
No, but I
It's right on the
talk to
Hudson
people
River.
that
It's
were
beautiful.
in the CIA, so I don't know. No, I know, but I've heard of it, and it is on the Hudson River.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. So I graduated. Actually, did an internship at at Chef Tell's in Wayne. And when I graduated, he said, "Rob, when you graduate, I want you to come down and work for me in the Cayman Islands." So I had the opportunity to do that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a tough gig.
It is a
being
tough
in the
gig.
Cayman Islands.
Became a certified scuba diver.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
But it was a lot of work. You're on the island. You're there working every day, day and night, double shift. I was working for Chef Tell. It was Austrian chef, old school. That's all you did was work. So it got a little monotony.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Chef Tell Earhart.
Chef Tell Earhart.
He had a place in Chestnut Hill, too.
That's right.
Yeah, I used to go there.
He had a couple of places.
He did.
Yep.
One in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
So it was an opportunity that I took advantage of.
Yeah.
And I learned a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure
So-
you did.
So when I came back from the Cayman Islands, I interviewed at a couple of restaurants in the area, Philadelphia area. One at Delullo's Central.
Delullo's. Yeah, Toto. On Locust Street.
Yep. Another
Right
great chef
between-
owner.
Between Broad and 15th on Locust.
right.
Yeah. And he had another place, Joe DeLullo, too. Didn't he? Years later, I think. DeLullo's it was called, I think. I could be wrong, but I thought it was in like Northeast or something.
So that was Moonstruck.
Okay.
Was there many, many years.
See. The memory still works.
Great
I'm
food.
803 years old, folks, and I can still remember that.
He actually currently owns a restaurant in Bluebell.
Really?
It's called Radice. And he's,
It's on 73?
yeah, it's in the shopping center.
Toto.
Oh, I'm sorry, Toto.
Toto. In a shopping center?
In the shopping center, right across from Bluebell Country Club.
Oh, okay. It's not on 73.
No,
No,
it's Toto.
Yeah.
But another great restaurant.
Yeah. I'm not switching. Not switching.
So I was interviewing with him. I come out of Lulo Centro, and I look across the street, and there's a restaurant called Marabella's.
I remember Marabella's. That was on Locust Street also.
Right across
on
the street.
south side.
Yep.
And it had a thing where you walked sort of up.
Correct. Yeah. So I saw these three gentlemen standing outside talking, and here it was the owners. It was two brothers and Neil Stein.
Another old friend of mine.
Yep.
Okay, this is like old friends week. Okay. So Neil owned. Didn't he own Rouge? No.
Yeah, he had
he owned Rouge.
Rouge. He owned a lot of restaurants.
He did own a lot.
He was a concept guy. He had great following.
Did he own Marabella's? Yeah.
So he was hired by Marabella's. He wasn't an owner, but he was the front man. I mean, he was, he knew the newest concepts and what to do and what locations and.
I think he was a patient of mine at Four Eyes, and I remember what happened to Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Restaurant business, but anyway.
So I had a quick interview with all three of them right then and there. They were opening up in Bluebell. I was from Bluebell. I lived in Bluebell, and I knew exactly where the restaurant was. It's at the corner of Penland Pike and 73.
I went there, and then it's not them anymore.
No.
It's a different one.
Yep. So I worked for them for about 3 years.
Wow.
I opened up Avalon, two in Avalon. I worked in Stone Harbor. I worked with the Bluebell, the opening of Bluebell.
Yeah.
And then I said to myself, if I can do this for them, why can't I do this for myself?
It's that entrepreneurial
Opening these
mindset.
restaurants.
Entrepreneurs always think that way.
Yep.
After being in New Jersey, by the way, Stone Harbor and Avalon, they're in New Jersey, in the United States of America, for those listening in other places in the world. But and that particular area is on the beach, right?
Yeah.
Stone Harbor,
Yep.
Avalon.
Mhm.
I always like to clarify, just in case people aren't from Philly.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there were seasonal restaurants,
Yeah, that's true.
which it's a hard gig.
Yeah, it is hard.
But so I, after 3 years, I'm like, oh, I would love to open my own restaurant. Always had that dream. And then out of the blue, a longtime friend of the family came to me and said, Rob, I live in Flowertown. I said, why don't you take a look at this location? It's an old Popeyes,
Is that what it was?
not Scoogis, another location. It was down the street.
An old Popeyes. What is it now?
So, so now it's PNC Bank, I think.
Oh, which means it's closed. It's
closed.
a vacant place.
Right.
That was a-
So the idea was family restaurant, pizza, no liquor, bring your own. And Lou had a little bit of background of restaurant. I think he worked for Roy Rogers. So he
Yeah.
had a little bit of a corporate background, which
I
was
worked for
good.
Trigger, by the way.
Okay.
It was Roy Rogers' horse. Just in case you don't remember. Okay.
And we got together, and he's like, take a look at it. Let's look, And I'm like, this is great and all, but the size, it's not big enough. I said, why don't we look at something else? Well, the real estate agent said, Rob, there's a place right down the street called Brennan's. Take a look at that. That even has a liquor license.
Wow.
So we jumped on it. We
Jumped
went in
down
there.
on it, right?
We went in there without even signing the contract and started construction work and demo work before we even signed and
Wow.
obtained it. And how we did that, I don't.
What did
to this
your
day,
wife have
still
to say?
don't know.
Were you married?
So
at
at
the
that time, we were not married.
You were dating.
No.
I was
You didn't
dating. No,
Not
we
me.
weren't dating.
Oh, you were dating other people.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Because
Yeah.
I was carbon dating people for years. That's a whole other thing. Anthropology. But anyway.
Okay.
So you're in there now.
So we're in there. So little bit of background. My father was in the construction business. My brother was in the construction business. That's how we were able to get in there, do the renovations ourselves. I leased it for the first 5 years and then bought it after 5 years. And I bought it from Joe McGarity,
Oh, yeah.
McGarity Chevrolet.
Yeah.
But it was Brennan's. It was a, more of a pub style bar.
Well, I'm glad you bought it.
And the idea was family, affordable. Our logo at the end is family, friends, and familiar faces, and that's what it is today. I mean, it's been 30 years. This is 1990.
1990. It's more than 30 years. If my math is correct.
35.
35. Our marriage is 30.
Married for 30. So you got confused. I get that. You're married to your business. You're married to your wife. I get it. You're married to your husband and his business. I get the whole thing. Yeah. I've been through that.
So I recruited her as an employee from down the shore, down in Stone Harbor. There was a group of friends that I knew that we kind of hung out. And at that time, when we were opening up, it was the summertime. Like, guys, we're opening a restaurant. If anybody interested in working, I would, come out. And she came in as a busser.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was in school.
Where are we going? What school?
I graduated high school.
High school. Okay, I went to high school twice.
And I had just started college, but I was going to school for teaching. I was going to be a teacher.
Oh.
But I'm like, try something different, and I'll see. And he didn't want to hire me because I had no restaurant experience.
That's brutal. It's brutal. Okay.
So I was like, I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
So I got a call back. I was a busser.
It's good. That's okay. Look where you are now.
That's right.
Yeah.
You were just cleaning my table, so you've really grown. I get it. You got to start somewhere.
Right.
That's
It's like people always say, I don't have experience in this. Well, I'm hiring you, so you will now. Right? You will now. That's how you got experience in the restaurant business. And you run an amazing ship. You're front of the house, right? He's
Correct.
back of the house, right?
Yep.
Then your daughter's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And who else? Your son does good work, but he does other stuff.
My son is construction and
Right.
helps with, the everyday maintenance of it. I have another son that does the same thing, a little bit of maintenance. And
Have I met him?
Robbie.
You met.
Oh, yeah, Robbie I met. Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then Thomas, our youngest, is going to St. Joe's for food marketing.
It's in the family now. So you got 4 kids.
4.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got to tell Colleen because we got to put, everybody in our minds, categorize everybody. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember, now I've been going to you guys for years, okay? I've lived down the block from you for about 30 years or whatever. And I'm always amazed, and we talk about this, my wife and I, all the time, how pleasant it is in there. How no one seems to be bummed out. No one seems to be rude. How do you maintain that? Honestly, how do you maintain that? Because we've been in some other restaurants, and it's, some people are like off. Is there a
I don't know if
Scoogis way?
I don't know if it's always been like that, or we've definitely evolved. Has been some transition years,
Right.
or things happened, whether it's outside the restaurant, in the world.
Yeah.
But we definitely have right now, I think, one of the best core groups.
We do.
Back of the house and front of the house.
Yep.
Like, everybody gets along. I feel like it was that way in the very beginning, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was it was just like a great energy and vibe.
I mean, we always say, leave your problems at home. If
No doubt
you're
about
coming
it.
out to work, you know what I
doubt
mean?
about it.
You're
Yeah.
coming to work to maybe get away from that.
Yeah.
Enjoy being here. And I think it comes from me and it comes from her because we actually enjoy being there. And you can see it.
I can absolutely see it.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
Is it monotonous? Yes. It's brutal and it'll get on you, but
And the hours are long.
we get to put on a party every day.
It's true.
So-
And it feels like that. It really does.
Yeah.
That when I walk in there, it's like, Well, we're there so much that we know everybody by
Right.
name, pretty much, right?
And you probably know other customers.
We do. We do.
Yeah.
And we see them and we talk to each other and stuff like that.
And it's always been like that.
Yeah.
Remember Frank at Table 53,
Yeah.
Frank and Carol, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Table 53.
Chuck Walter at 40.
What's our
Jim
what's our
Dwyer.
table? Well, what's our table?
You're usually, what is that, 10, 11, 12. You're 12.
We're 12.
Booth 12.
Yeah.
We have all the little messages in our
You do?
reservation book. Yep.
Yep.
12. Put us in
Everybody's-
12. I used
what
to,
they drink, what they eat.
really, so they always, we know you want, you know what I get, and then I'll say, yeah, the ginger ale and bitters, a lot of bitters, and they just, know it already. So, and Colleen will pick her red wine and stuff. And it's interesting because, Al Paris?
Yes.
So Al
So-
Paris also
so-
was on our.
So when Al
focus.
Paris came and worked at Marabella's, I think he came from San Francisco.
Right.
That's when they opened up. It was called Tomatoes on the Parkway. Do you remember that restaurant?
I do not. No.
Something that, coming from California, to me, I was in awe. I mean, I was like, he's got ideas and concepts that I never even heard of. I mean, I was. So at that point, when he came into the Marabella's, that's when I left. And I wish I stayed on a little bit longer because he was a phenomenal chef. Or he still is.
On the Parkway, was it in the Windsor?
Yes.
No, I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember
It was, after that, it was Venus and the Cowboy.
Yeah.
Allison's
yeah,
restaurant.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Allison. I remember
Allison
her.
Burshak.
Yes, I remember her
Yep.
too.
Another phenomenal chef.
Yeah. Philly is overlooked a lot of times
Sure.
as a food destination city. Some of the best restaurants in the world. And I say it, and I said it earlier, I've traveled all over the world. I've eaten in some amazing restaurants. I've never eaten in anything better than your restaurant. I'm serious.
Well,
I'm not placating you. I'm serious.
We appreciate that.
But it's my pleasure. And the interesting thing is, we always say that, although sometimes I will finish the entire order, but a lot of times I bring it home and I said, we just ate Scoogis 2 nights in a row because
There's
we're
nothing wrong
eating
with
the
that.
second half, right? And it's great. It just shows you the size of the portions that are given us, and we love it. We love it. So I want to go back to something because, I had a lot of employees. I probably had about 1,000 over the years, okay? And I had a philosophy of how I interacted with the employees and how they had to get my vision and my value system to really, understand what the company was about. Because our whole philosophy was people before profit. We had to make a profit, right? But I wanted to take care of the people, including the people who worked for us. So they had to understand the value system. And for some reason, I get that from you guys, that there is a certain, and I want you to talk a little bit about that, a little deeper, because people out there that are watching us or listening to us, they may have restaurants. They may be somewhere around the world. I see the countries that listen and watch us. So I know that there are people all over the world and all over the United States. And what is it that makes a restaurant like yours successful?
You can't just pinpoint one thing. It's multiple things.
Well, so tell us.
Well, I mean, like you said, people first.
Right.
I don't look. Here's an example. When I do additions to our menu, I try to, as a customer, what would I like to try tonight? Is there something trendy? Is there something that health conscious that we need to focus on? I don't look at it as, can I make money on this item? It's more about what the customer kind of is looking for, and hopefully that they'll come back and keep them coming back. And I've always kind of felt that way. But it was never, I can make so much money on this
Right.
this item.
Right.
What else is there? I mean, it's consistency.
Most important thing.
Obviously, you have the food,
Yeah.
the service.
Right.
I mean, it's everything. That the actual look of the restaurant, the cleanliness of the restaurant. the Board of
Very
Health.
Yeah.
You know, making sure that
Yeah.
that you're all, you know,
Yeah.
you're opening up and doing the right thing.
It's interesting because the restaurant business, the optical business that I was in for all those years, the optical business has its own restrictions and regulations. You know, it's you don't want somebody buying a pair of glasses who can't see when they put them on, right? You deal with prescriptions, you deal with all that other stuff, laboratories and so forth. The restaurant business has the same kind of thing. It's Board of Health. You know, they walk in unannounced. You ever have that happen?
All the time, every
Yeah,
time.
So it just happened. It was the Friday before Christmas
Right.
week, which was our busiest Friday because of all the parties and the Christmas parties and everything that we do.
I was probably
They,
there.
they walked in at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, right before we were ready to open. The dining room was filling up, and we weren't even open. The dining room was already filling up. So, yes, it happens all the time. And what I say to my employees, and I say it to my managers, guys, wouldn't it be nice just to embrace the Board of Health when they
Yeah,
come in?
yeah.
Make sure that the refrigeration, you know, is working, the temperatures. Make sure you have your thermometers. Make sure things are off the floor. Make sure their coats aren't hanging in the dry storage. They're hanging where they're supposed to be hanging.
Yeah.
So, again, that's where, you know, the
That's-
experience and how I feel it should be done. That's the way it should be done.
Well, it makes it easy, doesn't it? They come in, they look around, everything looks good.
Yep.
That's it. They may ask you for, you know, something this and that, and they quiz you, and then they leave.
Yep.
And that's the way we always looked at it.
In fact, the last lady that was in the Board of Health, she was training somebody, so they were on everything because she's training. And when she left, she goes, "I can't wait to come back and eat here."
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
The ultimate compliment.
Right?
100%.
The ultimate compliment.
Yep.
So what you do now,
And wait, and also you got to realize that building dates back from the 1700s. So it's an old building. So there's a lot of nooks and crannies that we have to maintain and keep up
Right.
with. But yeah, saying that was
do you
awesome.
remember, was it in the mid 1700s?
So there's not an official date, but the rumor has it that George Washington or the Brits drank there before they fought George Washington at Hope Lodge right up the street. And that's why they lost the war.
Because I remember the grand opening. I was there at the grand opening.
Scoogis?
No, in 17. I was there, and I said, "Give these guys more drinks. Get them loaded, and then tell them to go down the road." Okay, so yeah, it is amazing. By the way, folks, if you don't know this, the area we're in was heavy fighting during the Revolution.
Yeah.
There's all these places along the
Valley
Hope
Forge.
Lodge and all that
Hope
other
Lodge,
stuff,
yeah.
right? So. We're sort of right in the middle, if you know history, Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. We're in Valley Forge and all that, deep into the Revolutionary War. I always say Philadelphia is the city that founded a nation. And we're
right.
Philly, okay, basically. So when I call in, when I call in, it's like Friday at 4, okay? Can you make sure we have a table? Yeah, man. It's the same shtick every week, pretty much, right? And we come in and we're there, and you're there at the front, or your daughter, Sophia, is there, and we saved you this booth, things like that. It's that homey feeling. It feels like you're home. And my wife will come home, and I'll say, don't even get undressed or take your jacket off or whatever. And she said, "Okay, I'm ready." And she knows. It's where we go. It's where we go. And you must have other people like us. I know you do.
So many.
There are.
We have so many regulars.
It's tough for the new servers that are dealing with those customers because they've been coming in for years.
Right.
So
Right. So.
Well, just tell Rob, make me this.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And it is because, like the other night when we were there, Saturday or Sunday night, whatever it was. I do think it was Sunday night.
I think it was Sunday too, because Saturday was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So we were there the night before. Wait a minute. We were there on Sunday was Valentine's. Saturday
was.
Yeah, we weren't there. We were there Friday night. Friday night is Valentine's Day. Pre-Valentine's Day. And Saturday night, we ate the second half of what we ordered on Friday night. Okay, so that's the way it was. So, so here I am, okay, looking for a restaurant many years ago, and we went to Scoogis, or to Scoogis, right? Scusi, and then COVID hit, okay, years later. What the heck did you do during COVID? How did you handle that?
So number one, I didn't believe we were closing down. Our waitresses are like, they're shutting everything down tonight. Tonight's the last night. I'm like, no way. What are you talking about? How do you shut America down? I don't understand.
Oh.
And then we had a takeout customer, and he's was a congressman or in the area, and it's him and his brother picking up takeout, and they're like, you guys aren't going to open tomorrow. We're like, what? No way. Neighbors are all in. They're taking pictures last night. I'm like, this is not happening. I didn't believe it.
I had a group of 35 men in the back. They ended up calling it the last dinner.
Wow. As opposed to the Last Supper.
And it was it was right before St. Patrick's Day.
Oh.
It was the week before St. Patrick's Day because you were ordering everything to make the specials for St. Patrick's Day weekend, the following weekend.
St. Patty's Day, of course.
And the next day we're like, what do? You know what we do? We wake up and we drive to Scoogis. And what do? He cleans. I'm cleaning out front. We're like, we're going to open in a week. What are they going to do? They're going to close for 2 weeks. I'm repainting, cleaning. Him and my kids are on their hands and knees, cleaning under the line, pulling equipment out. That's what you do.
Yeah, we took advantage of
So
the time
like,
down.
we're going to be
and
ready
kept
to
it
go in
clean
2
and-
weeks, and it's going to be nice and fresh and clean. Well, 2 weeks went by. We're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
We were still there every day. We had employees walking by because everybody was out walking or doing whatever, coming by. Do you need any help? I'm like, if you come in, I'll find something for you to do. We had customers coming by. Family members. It was insane. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was
Terrifying.
Yeah.
But we just kept on doing what we were doing as far as like cleaning and sprucing things up.
But Dan, we always had a takeout business. We had a very big takeout business.
I remember.
So we pivoted where, we brought the food out to the customers out in the car. We had
I would drive
lines of
around the
cars.
I know.
We had to stand out there.
I was in one of those.
But
So
even
that
before
helped.
that, when it came to St. Patrick's Day, he was cooking all the food that he had ordered because now what are we doing with the food?
Right.
And the neighbors down the street were coming walking through. We're like, do you want a St. Patrick's Day dinner? They're like, what do you mean? He had the corned beef, the cabbage, shepherd's pie. We're like, it's yours. They're like,
What?
really?
You didn't call us on St. Patty's Day. What happened? I don't believe it. Was it a Thursday or what was it? I
don't even remember.
But yeah, we must have gotten. I'm sure I got stuff from. I'm sure. I'm positive because I remember driving around the back, and then you had to call in or whatever,
Yeah.
and I said we'll be there, and then somebody ran in or you gave them a ticket or whatever the heck it was. I forget, but it was like it went on forever.
It was like opening an entirely new restaurant. And
Yeah.
it took several tries.
Yeah.
The first day was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was what restaurant nightmares are made of, for those of you who work in the restaurant business.
How did you handle your employees during that time?
So
So
some
we had a
Me too.
core. We had 4 or 5 key people that actually stayed on. We didn't think we were going to be that busy for takeout.
Right.
We were so busy that night. I had to bring on 10, 15 people.
Wow.
So we
just
did
to
it
deal with.
the night we opened. The first night we opened, it was Rob, one kitchen worker,
Linda,
our general manager Linda, and myself.
praise for her because she did a
Wow.
great job.
Myself, and I think probably 1 or 2 of our kids.
Yep.
It
Wow.
was so busy. The phone never stopped ringing. We're trying to take orders, trying to ring in orders so the kitchen knows the 2 people in the kitchen know what to make. Trying to
Normally
get
we
the
have
food.
a staff of 10 people in the kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you're like, we had no dishwasher.
Oh.
So then I'm like, I had to do the dishes.
Well, pots.
So then we're doing the
That's
pots.
normally my job in the house.
So then that
I
night,
understand
Mine too.
that
that night we started making phone calls of people we knew either may have needed to work for whatever their financial situation was, didn't have kids maybe at home.
Family members.
Any family
Shout out to the
members.
family
Wow.
who
Yeah.
helped us and whatever they could do, whatever they could help us with. It was
And then
great. It was
each
a
night it
support. It was
was-
a big support team.
We learned
awesome.
lessons. We had a new menu available. We learned we had to post what was available. You had to call by a certain time because by 3:00 we were done taking orders. We had to have a par sheet. He would tell me how many items were available, and we were sitting there crossing them off because
Wow.
we had to do that by hand because we couldn't keep up with the computer. We had so many orders, it took hours to ring them in. And then you chose your pickup time.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that. Go. And then they come out the back and
Yeah.
run into the kitchen, I guess.
Yeah.
From the back, and bring out our order with our name on the bag, or whatever it was.
Yep.
And then or the ticket thing, and that's how we ate at Scoogis during COVID. And the other thing that you didn't mention, okay, was I remember driving by and saying to my wife, Scoogis is remodeling. Look at it.
Dan, it was a perfect time to remodel. I always wanted to do it. It's probably
Right.
like 7 years in the workings. I wanted to blow out the bar, open that. When you walked into a long hallway, which was a total waste of space.
Yeah.
The problem is the wall that separated those was a 14-inch stone
It was the
wall.
original stone wall.
Original stone wall. So it was a big project. And that was the only way we were able to do it because the bar was shut down, the dining rooms were shut down. I actually started without pulling a permit with the township.
Really?
Township came in and they were going to shut us down. And we worked out, I had drawings done as long as I was able to submit those. They were behind us. But again, if it wasn't for COVID, I don't think I'd be able
We
to
would-
do it.
we would have
Unless
never-
shutting down completely,
It would have been
I-
piecemealed.
It was done in stages. It was bar
I-
first.
I remember when you reopened, and I walked in, and now this was with my wife, and we went, wow, this is really great. Look at the ceilings, look at the walls. We went through everything, and what you did was incredible
Thank you.
because it's. I will say this: it's not as loud as it used to be. There must have been something you put on.
We
on the
put some
ceilings.
baffling on the walls.
Yeah.
We're still in the process of doing more.
Yeah, but it's things we noticed.
So let me explain this to you. During the
Yeah.
COVID shutdown, my son was going to Drexel. He was doing an internship. He wasn't able to do the internship,
Right.
so he asked my brother, who was in the construction business, no longer. Now he's in home inspections, but he said, I said to Ernie, my brother, I said, can you take kind of Angela? He's got a knack for it. He's doing great in school. He can figure things out of the box. He's a smart kid. can you kind of take him under his wing and help with this construction of the restaurant?
Wow.
So basically, my brother Ernie and my son Angelo became the GCs of the whole
Wow.
construction.
Now that's pretty cool.
And that's how we were able to do that too, because they could work so many hours. They,
Right, it's
they
family.
just wanted to get it done. It's family.
It's great.
Well,
did you
my brother Ernie said to me, Robbie, if he doesn't get it, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to waste his time. I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. And after 2 weeks of working with him, he's like, Robbie, I get it. The kid, he thinks out of the box. He does a great job.
Right.
He's the will to do it. So shout out to Angelo and my brother.
It's important when you hire family. You gotta tell them. Like I was the owner of a shoe company, shoe store in Manayunk, and my son. I don't know if I mentioned this in the podcast previously, but my son worked for my younger son, and I said to him, because he still lived with me in Flowertown, and we were driving to work, and I said to him, Ren, I want you to remember this. You're my son when we're home. You're my son in the car. But as soon as you walk into that store, you're my employee. I can't treat you any differently than I treat the people who work for me, because it will cause a problem for them.
Yeah.
Okay? So just do the job well. And if I have to reprimand you, I will. But I won't do it in front of people, because that's a no-no, right? I'll take you in the back and I'll tell you. And it seems like, knowing your kids, that's the way they are. They just work hard. And your daughter, we see all the time, and she's always putting things together and taking care of people. And you got your sister in there too, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So it's a family business, and they depend on you guys. You depend on them.
We are dealing with Sophia. There's a couple things that, they might have differences.
Yeah. I get it.
But they're so minuscule. It's like the things that she worries about. Look at the big picture, Sophia. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's what we're trying to teach her.
Yeah.
She fly off the handle? Yes.
But we've never seen her do that. See, that's.
But I think
No.
I think because we deal with so much in general with that restaurant. Like, we are putting out so many fires and worrying about back of the house, front of the house, upstairs, everything. Like, the text I just got home on Sunday. The text messages, the cappuccino machine was sparking and caught on fire a little bit. I'm like, all right. I'm like,
Wow.
we're gonna unplug it. I
Shut
go,
her down.
sounds like a
Shut
good
her
idea.
down.
There's always gonna be something. So
Yeah. It's interesting.
like things, but I think that's also what creates good teamwork as far as our management.
definitely communication.
Everybody has their
Yeah.
things that they are really good at, that they can take them on and worry about certain things,
Yeah.
and we sort of make up for
She's good.
what's
She's
lacking.
really good.
No, she's a great front of the house person.
Great. And by the way, just a recommendation. Your kids are so great. Have some more.
No, thank you.
Have 2 or 3 more.
How about grandchildren?
Grandchildren. Grandchildren are great. Okay. I have a great grandson. Did you know that?
God bless you.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, it's great. I can't wait to see him. And get ready for my daughter. She'll be in about 6 weeks from Denver. So, as you're doing this, I'm a professor, but I've done a lot of consulting to companies for years. And I tell my students, as I tell people that I consult to, the best thing to do is listen to other people. Just listen. You talk 20% of the time, listen 80% of the time, because you already know what you're going to say. You know that. You've learned it, okay? The only way you learn is by listening to people. And it's just like I'm listening to you guys now, and I'm learning a lot about your restaurant. And it's always fascinating to me. Like, my daughter was in the restaurant business, still is, helps out. My son is in the food business, still is, managed restaurants and everything else. And I would listen to him and the way the restaurant worked, and now I listen to my daughter about it. And it's very interesting to hear it. I've never heard it from the owners of a restaurant. Although, I shouldn't say that. Al and I have talked a lot. Paris, who was, in our podcast, but I've never heard it from the team. Okay, and learning what it takes to run a restaurant. People don't understand, and I do, having been an entrepreneur. When I see a price in a restaurant, I go, okay, there's the cost of the food, there's the lights, there's the air conditioner, there's the cost of the mortgage if there's a mortgage, right? There's the cost of the employees, there's the cost of the chefs, okay? There's all these costs, and a lot of people don't think about this. All these costs come out of that menu item's price.
Yep.
And how do you figure that out? I mean, I think food is a third or something like that, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
But people don't realize what that price includes. Plus, you got to make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't make a profit, you'll be out of business. So I'm always like, hey, man, whatever you're charging me, unless it's outrageous, and I don't just mean in the restaurant business, you got to make a profit. Because I like coming here, and I don't want you closing down because you're not making any money. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
So that's garnering all the resources, pardon me, and having them understand that price pays for a lot of things, and you guys as well, right? So when you hire people in the back,
Yep.
what do you look for?
I look for hardworking, someone that treats it like it's their own.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guy you got to love the business. Experience, yes, but it's not number one thing. Because I can train them, I can teach them. I can teach them how there always a wrong way, a right way, and there's my way, and I'll teach them.
Yeah, no, I get it. Sometimes it's better not to have people who worked in the business before.
Yeah.
That was when I hired opticians. I think, like, I don't know much. That's okay. You get my philosophy, you get my value system,
Right.
You get the whole mission of the company. I'll teach you how to be a great optician. I want great people,
Yep.
right?
And right now we've got a great staff.
You
We
do.
really do.
And what do you look for at the front of the house, Jen?
Same thing. Consistency. We're kind of like a family there too, like out front. So it's y'all have to get along with each other. It's a lot of teamwork. You can't just be working for yourself.
Right.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
So
Our job is to make the team work together.
yeah.
And I mean, you can see it. That's what we
Oh,
do.
I can definitely see it. Definitely see it.
And knowing whose strengths and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And then sometimes you get young kids in and you just have to remember they're young and they're learning. And we're
Again,
teaching
same
them.
concept. They don't have
Right.
experience, but we're going to train them.
Right.
So just 3 weeks ago, I took one of my employees down, sat him down, and say, "Your sales are on the lowest part. You got to work on your sales. You got to work on selling. You got to learn the menu.
Yeah.
You still
Yeah.
have to learn how to open up a bottle of wine. You need to progress. I'm going to give you till Valentine's weekend."
Well,
But he is progressing, and he's
that's
doing a good job.
That's good because
I'm proud of him.
I remember I had a landscaper, same guy. He's been my landscaper since we moved in, except that he's bought the company from the guy who had it, who bought the company from the guy who had it, you know. And I remember telling him, just like the guy who did work on my house, I said, "How come you're not coming up with other ideas for the house? I mean, for the landscaping." I said, how about flowers? Or how about plants? How about because I used to consult to landscape companies for years, all over the country. So I said, "Do I have to teach you how to upsell? I'm teaching you how to upsell me. This is weird," I said to him.
Yep. Yeah.
And now he upsells me all the time. It worked. And I don't mind it, okay? It's the same thing. Like, don't forget to tell the people about the dessert. Right?
Yep.
You know? What would you like? Would you like a starter? Right? Yes. You know what my starter is. It's the same thing every time I'm in there, okay? So, but that is something that you have to teach them. And then you have to teach them how to be, even if they're normally not, extroverted, right?
Yep.
You don't want people to say, "Welcome to Scoogis. What would you like to eat? Can I get you a drink?" And there's people like that, right? What do you want for your entree? Okay, and no, everybody comes over. Hi, Dan. How are you? Hi, I'm Waldo. Okay, and what can I get you? Would you like something? That's what you want, because then it makes you feel at ease and not like, how do I get the hell out of here, right?
Well, her background's elementary education. She's constantly teaching these, and that's what she's doing.
Yeah, and you got it.
That's part of the.
Yeah.
You want to own your own restaurant, learn how to become a teacher and a psychologist.
Yeah, it's true. No, there's no doubt about it.
And sometimes they have really good ideas too. We
Yeah.
take their, like when somebody has a comment or
we
suggestion,
definitely listen to them.
Like
We really
we're
do.
like, let's do it. Let's
Bring
try
it
it.
on.
Let's see how
Anything to
see
make
if
it
works
better,
out.
better for the customer, better experience.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Like we were setting up a party the other day, and the server was putting the chairs, and she goes, do you think this is too many? I go, would you want to sit there? She goes, nope. I go, then it's too many.
It's true. It's true.
Common sense. Yep.
By the way, I had a prime rib at your place the other day. Oh, so good. But anyway, okay, not
Danish choice. It's cooked slow.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's good quality meat. I'm not. Again, I don't. I try not to
Yeah.
skimp on anything. So
It was great.
awesome. Thank you.
I took it home too, half of it, had it the next day. So it's like, it's great. Okay, so now we're at the front of the house. This is very interesting to me because it's like running any other business, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want opticians going, "Hi, welcome to Four Eyes. What can I get?" No, "Hi, how are you? Is this your first time here?" It's, most of the time people say, "Hello, welcome." No, "Is this your first time here?" So if it's not, like if it's the new person, and they ask me if it's my first time here, I go, it's about my 4,000th, okay? But I used to say to them, "When was the last time you were here?" That's what we tell them. "Oh, I have been here about a month ago." "Well, let me show you the new things that came in. Maybe you didn't see those, okay? So it's the same thing. It's the specials, okay? Let me tell you what our specials are today, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time I get a special. But the restaurant business is very different from other businesses, but very much the same. It's like if you're selling jeans, let me show you the new jeans we got in. Let me show you the jeans, okay? And here's it's the same way with selling a car. Let me show you what just came in, okay? That's how I bought my last car. The guy said, my car broke down on the turnpike. They towed it back to Flowertown, and I needed a car. And my son called a friend of his, and he said, what kind of car do you want? I said, one with 4 wheels. That's all I care about. And then they said to me, don't you want a steering wheel? And I said, yes, that'll be the 5th wheel. Okay, I've been a 5th wheel for a long time. So. And that was it. And I said, I don't care what it looks like, what it is. He said, there's that special today. And I bought it. So I got my car. I still have it. It's 803 years old. It's almost as old as me. But it runs. That's all I care about. I'm very utilitarian, right? So when you get to a point where you have people like you have, and if you're listening to this is not just a story about Scoogis. This is a story about running a business, your business. Any business, what works and what doesn't work. Scoogis works because of the people and the product.
Yep.
So you can have the best people in the world but a lousy product, and I'm sorry. Or you can have a great product and lousy people, and I'm sorry. I remember there was a guy that, I forget what the product was, but it was something that you needed. And I remember saying to somebody that worked for me when I got back to the office, I said, I'm never buying anything from that guy again. Never. Because he's a creep. But he has, I said, I don't care. I'll find it somewhere else. And this is before online. People can make you or break you.
Yep.
And it's the pleasantry when you walk in.
It's also the day in and day out of doing it every day, 30 years.
Consistency.
Yeah. We have a pre-meal every shift,
I
before
know,
the shift.
I'm usually there by the premium.
We're gonna make you a guest speaker at the next pre-meal.
That'll be my pleasure. Okay. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
also our customers. We have
Yes.
such a regular
Yeah.
customer base,
Yeah.
and they're honestly so amazing. Even like the parties we book, it
Right.
now has gone from they've had their bridal shower, now they're coming back for a baby shower.
Man.
Like we see the families growing.
Generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 30 years.
Yeah.
35
It's amazing.
years.
It's like,
It's their birthday spot, it's the anniversary spot, it's their holiday spot.
It's also a funeral.
a funeral. We've seen funerals.
Yeah.
We sit there and we watch everybody walk into the back room.
Yep.
Okay. We know what's going on there. Okay. Whose birthday is it? Whose funeral? Blah, blah, blah. And all that other stuff. We see it. And, I was going to have that thing until I couldn't figure out. I mean, it's like, I love you guys for doing that for me, but I couldn't figure out who not to invite. And I had a list of, what do you call it? A total number of people I could invite. And then I got to the point where it was like, I can't do it because then that
You
person.
want everybody to come.
Yeah, I want everybody, and I don't want
Yep.
people being angry at me for or disturbed why didn't he invite me. So, but they knew that the only place I would have it is your place.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
great.
It's
Thank
great. Like when people come in, when I speak to people overseas, my Turkish son and daughter, who I brought to your place, okay, they live in Istanbul, and I will talk to them. I'll say we're on our way to Scoogis. Oh, Scoogis, we love Scoogis, right? It's the same thing with my daughter. She called me and we were at Scoogis. And she'll be coming in. I said, when you come in, we'll go. Let's go to Scoogis. My son knows everything. So it's like, it's the atmosphere. I mean, this sounds almost like a commercial for Scoogis, but in a way it is. Okay? Go there and you'll experience it. But do me a favor, go there a little later because we get there early and we don't want you taking our space. Okay? That's the one problem. It's like if I'm plugging it, just don't take our space. Just don't. But we call you ahead of time. So as you move forward, okay, now let's think about this. You've been in this place for 30 years, right?
35.
That's what I said.
Married
35. 30. Married 30.
Yeah.
God love you. That's great. That is great.
Yeah.
I love that. And in the place for 35. So you waited 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure. Okay. Now you know.
I didn't want to hire her.
It worked out though. It's a good hire.
Definitely,
Okay.
she was a good
It's a good
hire.
hire.
Really
So,
was.
what do you see moving forward?
So during COVID, we shut down.
Do tell.
During COVID,
This is an exclusive. Okay.
we shut down 2 days, Mondays and Tuesdays. So we were open 7 days a week for 20 some odd years.
I remember.
And then when COVID hit, we shut down Mondays and Tuesdays. And when COVID was finished, we never reopened. And we
I'm
finally got a life for ourselves. Mondays and Tuesdays being closed, those 2 days has been just tremendous for our health, for our relationship, for our family.
Yeah, it's great.
It's been great.
It is great, and I understood why. Although there are times I don't want to go there, and I'll say, "Let's go." My wife will say, "Honey, don't you realize they're closed today? It's Tuesday. It's Monday." And I said, "Oh,
Dan, we are busier now than ever
right." So
in those
you know,
5 days than we were in 7 days.
I get it. You need
So-
to have a life.
Yeah.
You need to have a life.
So, going forward now, Those 2 days are really nice. That we
Oh my God! Don't tell me it's going to be three.
No, it could be. We talked about it. We love the Jersey Shore.
Yes, we love the Jersey.
We
Shore.
head down there whenever we can. That's our kind of breakaway.
I mean, I have said anytime you want to move to the islands, we'll go and work there.
Oh, don't say it too loud because there's somebody else that says that to me.
We just recently revisited the Caymans.
Oh God!
We're not ready for that yet.
Okay.
But as far as the restaurant and the running of the restaurant, again, we enjoy what we do. I can't see myself doing something else other than I would love to get into design and architecture,
Right.
as you can see what
Yeah,
we
I
did
can
at the
see that.
restaurant.
He designed all that himself.
Wow, it's great.
Every-
great job.
Last
Yeah.
piece of it.
Question: when do you get there in the morning, and when do you leave at night?
So I
Approximately.
typically get there at about anywhere between 8 and 8:30. I try to hang out around 7 o'clock. As long as all the staff is there, things are running smooth.
At 7 at night.
7 at night,
So you leave at 7 at night.
correct.
Okay.
She gets there later in the day, and there's some nights that are
What is late to you?
11 o'clock.
11 a.m. is late for you. Okay. I get there at 11 a.m. That's late.
So what time? do
But
you
she's
leave?
there, sometimes she's there till 11 o'clock at night, 10
Yeah,
o'clock
I
at
get
night.
it, I get
I
it.
close one night, and then the other nights as
Yeah.
soon as they're all settled and
And the help with our general
Everything's
manager,
there.
Jacob, who does a phenomenal job, and
Jacob is good.
Sophia.
Sophia.
You know, everyone gets their time off,
Right.
but you have to be there. You really do.
I get it. It's that way.
I mean,
in
I feel
any
comfortable
busy
when I'm not
location.
there. She's there. I can
Right.
break away and know at
Right.
least some things are being taken care of. You know.
I do know. I do know.
Right.
That's the beauty of delegation and knowing who to delegate to. That's the thing. You can't.
Who can
grow-
handle the delegation?
Who can handle a delegation?
Yep.
And another thing is that you really can't grow unless you have people that you can delegate to.
100%.
You know, and you got to
Dan,
trust them.
I tried to grow. I tried a restaurant in Avalon. I tried to open up for 1 year.
Scoogis?
one season.
Yep, one season. And the season was so short, it's about 15 weeks.
Right.
The location, we were kind of comparing numbers to Stone Harbor, where it's a little bit longer season in
Yeah,
Stone Harbor
yeah,
than it is in Avalon. And in Avalon, a lot of the clientele, when they're done, they're out.
out of there, yeah.
They're, you know,
You were in Frankie Avalon, right?
I was.
Not Wally Avalon. That's a bad joke. But Avalon, New Jersey.
Avalon, New Jersey. We were right across which was called the Princeton. It's still there, the Princeton. They had just renovated. The concept was Scoogis, family style. But in Avalon, you gotta read the room. You gotta read your customers. They wanted to sit and make it their country club, so we weren't able to turn the tables. So it should have been maybe a little bit higher priced restaurant, a little bit more fine dining. We had 1 year under our belt. I had an option to buy. This was 2008. I gave them a price, and they said, no, we want this, and I walked away. And it was best that I walked away.
I don't blame you. I don't
Yeah.
blame you. And I completely understand that people will sit forever.
Yep. Which
I
I don't have a problem with that, but
yeah,
what,
I mean, we know it's time to leave. You know, we get there early. We know. We can see the tables turning or the tables filling up.
Right.
And we'll say to each other, okay, let them take our table. Because we know that that's really how you make money in the restaurant business. You got to turn the tables.
Yep.
Unless you're charging $100 for everything.
correct.
Right?
And that's where it kind of, Avalon
Yeah. I get
didn't
it.
work out, but
I get it. I get it. And people don't see, I could be wrong, but they don't seem to like fiddle around there and stay there too long. I don't know. Maybe they're conscious of, we got to turn, we got to move. But you do have some people that stay there too long?
Yep.
All right,
There's
never mind. I
certain
was
if
just
the
kidding. I
TV
was
is
just
on
kidding.
and the Eagles are playing and they want to see the
Yeah, we talked about that.
and there's certain nights I would call it like a ladies' night, and it's ladies groups, whether it's 2 or 4 or 6.
Yeah, we see that.
And they're there to, chit chat and
Have a
catch
drink.
up.
Stay the duration.
But we also, that's part of running in front of the house, is understanding
How to
that.
manage that and
how to be
Yeah.
how to be polite and
Every once in a while, we don't ask people to leave. We'll ask to move them to another table
Yeah,
where they
cool.
can stay if it's we need that table for
Or
a
the
specific
bar.
reason.
Yeah, to
the
the
bars
bar or-
bar tables are tough.
Yeah, or outside in the winter. Can we move you outside
Yeah.
so that we can have this table? It's 3 degrees. That's okay.
Didn't matter when it was COVID. Everybody.
Exactly, but I get it. It's better than saying, get the hell out of here, you've been here for 3 hours. Right? So, yes, that must be difficult because especially if it's people that are regular, come. So I get
Well,
that.
what's happening now? We just talked about it. Our happy hour is starting at 3:30 now because people
drinking sooner.
You can't. Well, you can't
You
find
can't
a
get
seat at the
spot.
bar.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Bars.
It's been great for us. So.
Yes, we noticed that the last time we were in, I guess it was Friday or Sunday, and Colleen said to me, "Look at the bar, it's packed."
Yep.
Yeah, so it's-
And that's our bartenders who are phenomenal, who personality-wise, education-wise,
Yeah.
they know what they're doing. They know what you drink. That's how they write on their checks so and so's drink. I mean,
Right.
they're great. Amy, Nicole, they all do
Amy.
a great job. They
Amy's
really
great.
do.
Her husband's great too. Amy's husband, Amy's husband,
Tom.
Tommy.
Yeah, how do you know Tommy? Oh, from the
Just-
area.
Oh, he's did our house.
Yeah,
him and his
Yep.
dad, Tom Senior and
Yep.
Tommy.
yeah, they're good
Yeah,
people.
Good people, real good
And
people.
we're fortunate to have them. And
You guys are good people.
well, we like to think so.
We try.
You're good. Listen, this has been great. I want to thank you so much
My pleasure.
Oh, thank
coming
you.
here. Scoogis, Flowertown,
But
PA.
you won't see it across the nation.
You never know. All of a
Maybe
sudden,
the Cayman Islands.
But here, listen, if this really has its thorough input around the world, you'll see the expressway, Fort Washington exit, starting to back up to get to Scoogis.
Well, the joke is when people are like, "Oh, you own a restaurant? What's it called? Scoogis? Where is it? Flowertown? Where's Flowertown?"
Yeah, people don't
Nobody
know
knows
where
where
Nobody
Flowertown
knows
is.
that. You know why? Because it's an unincorporated.
Yeah.
It's just a zip code.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really.
But it's a
exist.
great community.
Oh, it's a great-
isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. I love it. And I love that we can just walk there. And I know that it's packed when the whole street has cars on it because your parking lot is filled, and the auto repair place across the street, Stan's place, is filled. So we look at each other and we go, "We gotta get in there." It's packed.
You know the trick. You just call.
Yeah, I know. You know my thing. 4 o'clock. It's Thursday. Who am I speaking with? It's my whole normal thing. And then Friday. Usually it's Friday. Listen, I want to thank you guys for coming here.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
This has been great. It's been great. Don't forget, folks, Flowertown, Scoogis. It's an Italian restaurant, right?
Italian American with a bar.
Italian American with a bar. How can you beat that? You can't. You can't. And I'm telling you, 5-star food down the block, okay, in Flowertown on Bethlehem Pike.
That's right.
Yep.
Right? Where it's, and you know where Bethlehem Pike leads to. Bethlehem. You know that. You take Bethlehem Pike all the way up, you wind up in Bethlehem. Listen, this has been episode 39, Digging for Gold, with Jen and Rob Rosato from Scoogis. And don't forget, please subscribe, follow us, and on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. Where else? TikTok, Instagram. Just go to dangoldberg.com, and on the bottom, you'll see all the icons. And remember this: use your mind. If you don't, others will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thank you, Rob. This has been great. We'll see you all later on Digging for Gold.